Yeah, I do too. All right, boys. I think we're live. Are we live?
Dude, what is up? Hey,
Are we live?
what is up? I think we are live.
What's going on? All right, cool.
Dude,
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Scholar Athlete Podcast. We're online. It's pretty
Let's
cool.
go, dude.
Using
Hey.
Riverside FM is what it's called. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Drew's all the way out in Austin. Me and my brother are still here in Jax. Bro, crazy week, man.
Baby.
Crazy week, bro.
Yeah.
How's y'all's week's been going, though?
It's been going good. It's been going good, man. It's, again, hey, I say it, I've been saying it for the last couple of weeks, just like coming off a big Jags dub, looking forward to another Jags dub. It makes the week go by, like, slow for the first few days, but when I hit, like, today, Thursday, I got nothing more to do than just sit and wait, get ready for that Jags game on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, facts. Bro, honestly, we went to the game last week. Bro, crazy game. We can kind of talk about that a little bit because, bro, I thought it was over. I thought our season was over, like for real. I thought it was wraps. The people that I was sitting next to, I was in section 202. People I was sitting next to, some of them dipped, bro, in the first quarter, which is insane because now that I think about it, they paid like $600 for those tickets. So they just dipped. They're like, we'll catch the rest at home. So I slowly moved down and had great seats and was able to see the rest of the game, bro. It was lit.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah, bro, I was super jealous. I came back to Austin during the Tennessee weekend, so the week before, and then you guys got to go to the game, but had you not, I don't know if you guys are like this, but like when I really care, especially like with the Jags, I can't go out and like watch it at a bar or like I just feel like you're probably not gonna really hear the game sound. 2, you're gonna be around a bunch of other people who just like don't care about what you care about. And so, bro, like I would just I would get anxious and like angry, and I'd end up leaving anyways. So just went over to a friend's place, locked in, and bro, I almost left his house because I was just getting heckled.
Oh,
like,
bro, yes.
The Jags had a good year.
Yeah.
So I was up in the 400s for the game, and we didn't realize that we literally bought seats. Like I could see I was like 5 rows from the top of the stadium. And in the first quarter, I'm like, oh my God, dude, like this is embarrassing. This is brutal. I can't believe I spent money to come to this. And then at halftime, I'd say like 6 minutes or so before, I'm like, you know what, let me go down. I'll get like a beer, get some food, like whatever. And I'm standing in line. Yeah, I'm standing in line and I'm like, we can just go home. I'm like, I don't know if like we can go home, like I can beat traffic. And then I got my beer and food and I was like, let me just finish the food in the seats. And as I'm walking back up the steps, we had scored that touchdown to go, 27-7 into half. Mm-hmm. And then time slipped away. Shit. Hey, I would have left, but time slipped away and it turned around. It was 27-14, 30-20. I'm like, oh, let's go. It was crazy.
Yeah, bro. I was just sitting there. I'm like, there's no shot that I'm leaving the game. Like, I would literally watch them put 50 up on us if that was the case. I would have just sat there and watched it, bro. It was freezing cold. And honestly, bro, I bought no drinks in there because beers are fucking $20. So, like, I'm just sitting there, bro. Like, and we had tailgated before, so my buzz is completely worn off. I'm freezing cold, and, bro, we're getting our ass kicked. So I was just like, damn, bro, I'm down bad. But, it ended up turning out pretty good. But, can you guys hear me? Are we still good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dia, 8 days until you're a married man. Is it 8 days?
Yeah, basically today. So a week from tomorrow. So
let's go, bro.
8 days, dude.
Bro, that's wild.
8 fucking days.
Bro, I'm excited, bro. I took Thursday and Friday off for it. About to be lit. I know this is like about you. This is your day. Bro, I'm nervous as hell to give this best man speech, though, bro. I'm nervous. I've been looking up like best man speeches. Bro, I'm nervous.
You're going to do fine.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm still nervous.
Once you start, everything's just going to come pouring out of you, and it's just going to be fine. And it's a bunch of people you know.
No, you think you're going to go the funny route, or you're going to get emotional?
A little bit of both, bro. I think that's a good mix.
You're going to cry, you think? You're definitely crying.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if they start flowing, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, busy week. Kind of happy that tomorrow's Friday, bro. Like, kind of been a long week, bro. I've been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan. So I was actually listening to this episode with Mark Bowl. So he's a writer, like producer for. He did The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30. Have y'all seen those?
Yeah,
bro. So
yeah,
he's got this show on Apple TV. It's called Echo 3. Bro, it is nice. I've been grinding it all week. So,
really?
Bro, it is really, like, y'all should watch it. It's pretty good. I don't know if you have Apple TV. I'll give you mine. But, bro, it's crazy nice.
It's on Apple TV?
Yeah, it's on Apple TV. It's, like, third most popular show on Apple TV right now. Ted Lasso's still number one. Great show. But, yeah.
When does season 3 for that come out? Do we know?
I have no idea. I'm not sure. So, got to figure that out. But, yeah, I put Dad on that.
My top Apple TV shows right now are Ted Lasso's Fire. Have you guys watched Jason Momoa's See?
See? Oh my god, dude!
Bro, I need to watch that. I've never seen. I need to watch it.
So good.
So good.
And then also on the list, which if you haven't tried it, it's so good. Severance.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
A little different.
Dude,
yeah.
Good.
I've heard so much good about that show, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. I've been doing like messing around with other shows. Like I did the morning show, which I enjoyed.
Okay. How was that?
I thought it was good. It was like to see Steve Carell in a different like role than The Office, you know, or like what is he in? 40-Year-Old Virgin, like stuff like that. To see him in a more like serious role, it was kind of cool to see. And then if you guys haven't seen it, there's a show on there, and it's about Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, and like it goes over like this hospital. I can't remember what it is, like 5 days at Memorial or something like that. But it's really good
because we know what you're talking about,
bro. We were so young. If you think about it, when Katrina had hit, like I think I was in 5th grade, which means you guys were probably what, 1st grade?
Yeah.
So like, just to see that and to kind of see the damage it did, and to see what happened in that neighborhood and in that area, it was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Bro, have y'all seen Defending Jacob on Apple TV? Have y'all seen that?
That's with Chris Evans, right?
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, that one's dope. Bro, Apple TV slept, bro. You gotta watch it. It's kind of slept on, bro. Apple TV they got some good shows on there.
I like Apple TV, and I think the quality is a little bit better, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, divisional round this week, you know. We're still talking about the Jags deal. At the end of the episode last week, I was like, hopefully we're still talking about the Jags divisional round. I'm feeling the same way about this week, but, bro, crazy. So I guess we can kind of recap what happened last week. We could start off first with our picks. You know, we picked against the spread. I went 1-5. Dia, you went 2-4. Both did ass.
Dude, we did terrible. We did terrible.
Bad, bro. Drew, I'm going to have to put that one on you, bro. I didn't have my stats last week, bro. Bro, I think whenever you were with us, bro, that wasn't my best week, but it was one of my best weeks. So hopefully I have a better week this week. So quick recap, though, from last week. Start off, Seahawks lost to the 49ers 41-23. A lot of people were kind of like shitting on this game for not really being a good game, but I do remember at one point, wasn't it tied almost, like going into the half? Was it not?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I watched this.
We didn't. I mean, I just remember because – yeah, we were tailgating, but I had DK's over in catches, and it was like 4.5. And, bro, he ended up having 10. Yeah, so I was just checking in with it, but.
So, this game, I got to watch it, and for the first half, it was close. I mean, this is where, in my opinion, why I have less faith in the 49ers. Like, the 49ers have an outstanding team. Right, top to bottom, everywhere, and it's just one of those teams and systems where you can plug in a quarterback, and Purdy has done well to just like basically not make mistakes, and he looked, I mean, very similar to Trevor. The way Trevor looked like it was his first playoff game, he looked like it was his first playoff game. He was missing a lot of throws, and he was almost missing them by so much like they weren't interceptable, right? Like, but he looked very bad, and the Seahawks were hanging. The Seahawks had the lead at half, I think.
Yeah.
And they were putting up a fight. And then what really changed the game was a strip sack on Geno. I think right in the third quarter. And that completely flipped the game on its head. And from then on out, 49ers dominated the rest of the game. Purdy locked in. And so, I don't know. It feels like right now they're the team to beat in the NFC because there's some question marks, I think, around Jalen and his shoulder, which we'll dive into in the preview. But I think it feels definitely like they're the team in the NFC that everyone's going to have to thoroughly beat because aside from the quarterback, they might be the best everywhere else. True.
Yeah. So, I also heard about, I guess, someone like tackled Debo and like, I guess it like kind of twisted his leg weird. Did you guys hear about that? And like, they basically kind of started getting in each other's faces and stuff like that.
I did hear about that. And I think it's, obviously it sucks. Nobody wants to see somebody like Debo go down again, right? I don't know, man. I hate – there are still players like that are in the NFL that are just not necessarily dirty maybe, but you just see those kind of plays. Like even look at Tom Brady with like the slide tackle attempt in the game on Monday night. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like I think I don't know. That's crazy to me. Mac Jones did it earlier this year too.
I mean, I think it's dirty. You're intentionally trying to hurt someone. There's no – we as fans, as long as no one is when a key guy on the other team, like for instance, our game, Chargers, Mike Williams last week of the season, Staley, for whatever reason, is playing his guys. Yeah. They still got beat by the Broncos. Playing his guys, and Mike Williams gets hurt. It's not super serious, but he can't play in our game. But, obviously it sucks. I'm not cheering for someone to get hurt, but I'm not mad that Mike Williams was out against the Jags.
By no means. I mean, I hope he's okay and I hope he's healthy, but by no means am I upset that he didn't play.
I wasn't damn, I wish they had Mike Williams for this game, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I saw that news and I was like, shit. Like,
it's Chargers being Chargers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
the play was bad. He intentionally was on the ground and tried to twist his leg as Debo's getting up, and they play each other. Their division, they're in the same division, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So their division rivals, they play each other twice a year already, and there's no love lost between those teams going into it. And so when something like that happens, especially early on, it sets the tone for the rest of the game. And I don't know. It was not a clean play, but first half was a good game. And then that flipped everything on its head.
True. All right, next game. Jags beat the Chargers 31-30. Bro, that was the best game of my life, bro. That was the greatest thing I have ever witnessed, bro.
Dude, that was so awesome. I mean, I thought the Titans game was the best game of my life just because it was like witnessing a conference championship win, being down in the lower bowl, like the stadium was rocking, everybody was rocking. And then last week to come back from 27-0 down, dude, I could feel the damn stadium shaking and rocking. It was so damn loud. That was awesome.
Yeah, bro. That was just like a great way to just last home game. Great way to send it off, bro. I was there for that. I will never forget that game.
Yeah, that was so dope.
All right, man, I'm extremely, extremely jealous. Lucky enough, I got to go to 2017, our home game against the Bills. And that was electric, and Bills Mafia rides, right? Like, the game was so fun.
Yeah.
And we had the crazy defense, but I can't imagine the scenes to complete a comeback. It's historic, like a historic comeback in the playoffs.
Third best. I think it's the third best in NFL history.
Yeah,
it was. It was
live and in person, and have it be your squad. Insane, bro. And I mean, I could feel the energy of the stadium through the television where I was watching, and bro, it was like I was on a stream because I was at a friend's house, and there was like the first time they scored, I got a notification on my phone before it happened. I was like, damn, and I had to go like lock my phone in the room and not look at like the rest of the game, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
You can't be getting alerts on the phone and be like,
Bro, that's the worst.
Happen. So
that's the worst, bro. Whenever you're streaming it and like
crazy.
your phone will buzz and you're like, come on, bro, kind of ruining the game for me.
Bro, that happens for me on regular TV for Jags games. Like I'll get a notification, it's like, bzz, and I'm like, what the hell? And I look down, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm watching it on live TV. It's not even, I'm not even streaming.
Yeah, that's the worst.
But crazy comeback, bro. Honestly, man, we looked bad. For a quarter and a half, we looked bad. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping it's just Trevor, first playoff game, got some jitters. I mean, two of them weren't his fault.
No.
First two, you have it hits off Bosa and then someone else, double tip, falls on the guy.
Yep.
That's the first one. The second one, Zay Jones is getting dragged to the ground, gets thrown to the side, and then the guy, Asante Samuel, snags it, I think.
Yeah.
That was the second one. And then I think the other two were more on him. But the first two, not his fault, but to still be able to be in a mindset. And, I mean, this is why Doug Peterson, in my opinion, should win Coach of the Year. To have the back-to-back first overall picks 2 years in a row,
100%.
Take him to the playoffs, and then we start the playoffs like that.
100%.
And he's still able to get these guys motivated and coach them up and make adjustments so we come out and win that game.
Yep.
Bro, insane.
Bro, I kind of did want to talk about that. I definitely think that, I mean, bro, you go from being the worst team in the NFL, bro, being the absolute joke of the NFL, bro. We have Urban Meyer as our head coach. Dude was being horny out in Cincinnati, like had to hit the bar, didn't even come back with the team. Bro, we were a joke, bro. And then, like, complete 360, bro. Like, worst team in the NFL, and now we're off to the divisional round. Like, I know everyone was talking about Dable, and yeah, bro, like, great coach, but I don't know, bro. And I'm not just being biased because, like, I'm a Jags fan, but, dog, like, come on, you got to give that to Doug Peterson, bro. Like, no one expected us to be here this year, bro. Not even me, to be honest.
I don't see how he doesn't get it, though. Like, I literally, at this point, maybe a couple weeks ago, had the Jags not made the playoffs, I understand maybe Dayball getting this award, but to have in your first season, you're bringing a team that just had the first overall pick. Not only did you just win the AFC South, right, and you went on a tear in that last or later part of the year by beating, like, you beat a playoff team in Baltimore. You came back and beat the Raiders, right? You beat a playoff team in Dallas, right? You finally handled business in Houston, finally. And then you go and you've got – and then we beat Tennessee on the road, which that's a finally. And then they come here and we beat them. And then to come back in a game like that last week, again, 27-0 down, like, I really don't see how Dougie P is not, like, the lead candidate for the Coach of the Year, right? Like, you're bringing a guy that was Trevor, who most people, I would assume most people thought, Jesus Christ, this guy's going to be a bust, right? And to turn him around and turn the entire organization just to feel in this city, downtown especially, like, to see where that's at, not that that goes into the voting, but, like, I don't see how. How can he not get the damn Coach of the Year?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I watched it, and I'm just like, how?
I biasly think Doug should win it. I think the only other argument, because I agree with the narrative that last year, especially with Urban Meyer and where we were at as a franchise, like, people were writing Trevor off, writing the Jags off, everything. Yeah. We're not going to be good for anytime soon. I do think that you can make a slight argument, because I'll agree that Dayball and the Giants, he's doing more with less, or the same with less, because I don't think anyone in the world, besides people in New York, if you said, who do you want your franchise quarterback to be? Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones. Yeah. I don't think many people are taking Daniel Jones over Trevor Lawrence. They do have quads, and he's a god.
Yeah.
But I think that's the one argument that you can make. Is he's got to maybe working with a little bit less, just unbiasedly. Biasedly, it's Doug. It was always Doug.
It was always Doug, baby. Hey, remember when people were, like, hesitant on hiring him and everybody wanted Byron Leftwich?
Dude, I was literally about to say something about that, bro. That is insane, bro.
Goodness.
That is insane.
My
All right. But, bro, so the next game, though, the Bills beat the Dolphins 34-31, bro. Kind of a good game, bro. It's actually a very good game.
to see Buffalo hop out to that 17-0 lead, I'm not gonna lie, I was watching it on was that Sunday afternoon. I was watching that and I thought, damn, dude, like I was really kind of pulling for the Dolphins here, just to see everything they've kind of gone through. Like obviously Tua having multiple concussions and injuries, to see Teddy go down, and for them to be on the third string quarterback going into Buffalo, nobody thought they had a damn chance in that game, and to see Skylar Thompson do what he did, and at least the defense showed up. I mean, that was a great game. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, third time playing them this year, like it's tough to go and blow out that team, in my opinion, no matter who's under center.
I agree. I was super surprised that the Dolphins kept it close. I was more surprised by the Bills versus – I was less impressed with the Bills than I was the Dolphins are in this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just so underwhelmed by their performance, and I don't know if it was if they got out really early and they maybe took their foot off the gas, but the Bills are supposed to be the big bad Bills this year, right?
Yeah.
The whole year, everyone's been saying it, and they've gone through some injuries, especially on defense. I know Von Miller's out, but I think it's Josh Allen was making throws that just didn't make sense, and I don't know from and obviously I don't know the ins and outs of an offense, but to me on the outside looking in, it just seems teams have a rhythm, right? They want to run the ball and work into a play action, or it doesn't feel like the Bills have any type of rhythm or plot that they're trying to work in on their offense.
They seem like a scattered team.
Yeah, it's just we're going to ball out. It's a backyard, and it's we try and get plays on first and second down, and then it's third and long, and we just need Josh Allen to be Josh Allen and be a freak.
Yeah.
And you just started to see that come through a lot more, I think, when the Dolphins weren't letting them get anything going on the early downs, and then you get into third down or third and long. It might not be third and 10, but third and long, and what's the play call? It's Josh Allen sitting back there, and he just is heaving one 40 yards and overthrows Gabriel Davis.
Yeah.
I was just so I was pretty underwhelmed by the Bills, and I was telling Khalil this before we started the pod. I was cheering for the Ravens so hard because I was I want the Bills versus the Chiefs because the Bills look just very beatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would completely agree with you. Noah, go ahead. I know you got something to say.
No, I was just saying, I was watching that game and I was thinking the same thing. I'm wow, obviously there's been a ton of hype around the Bills all year. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, they were definitely supposed to be the team to beat this year. And I'm watching and I'm dude, he just fucking drops back and heaves that shit to Stephon Diggs or Gabriel Davis, very beatable team. They're without Von Miller on defense. It's a team that we could beat, for sure. A team that could be beat. Another thing I thought about, I'm dude, if a non-concussed Tua is a healthy Tua, I'm talking week, 1 to 5 Tua is playing on Sunday, bro, do you think they have a chance to beat the Bills right there? I think they do, bro.
I think they beat the Bills right there if they do have a healthy Tua. I mean, you look at some of the key throws. There were just a few key throws that Skylar Thompson missed that I don't think Tua would have, a pre-concussion Tua would have missed. I don't know, man, because I still think Jalen Waddle kind of ate. I think Tyreek kind of ate too. I don't have the stats in front of me, but you got to think. Obviously, we'll never know, but you got to think that Tua's in the lineup. What's the difference in this game here?
Drew, go ahead. I know you don't love Tua, Drew.
Yeah, I'm a Tua hater, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what it is, bro, but Tyreek had 7 catches, 69 on 15 targets. Waddle struggled. Waddle had 3 catches on 44 yards.
He dropped 2 passes for over 20 yards, too. They were underthrown, in my opinion.
I don't know. I don't think I'm not a believer in Tua. I know he started off well, but I just think that it was more scheme, and I think McDaniels is a good coach. and they have weapons. So I don't think that – I'm sure – I mean, I couldn't play quarterback at the level Tua does, obviously. But I'm just saying in terms of on an NFL landscape, I don't think he's the guy. And so I might just be being a hardcore hater, but I'm fine with that. I don't think he's the guy. And I think that even if they had him, I don't know how much. Obviously, the game's probably a little different, but I don't know. I don't think that it's like life game changing having him in the game. Like Skylar Thompson wasn't as good, but I just don't think Tua makes that drastic of a difference. And like underthrowing balls, is what he does.
That's true.
I mean, I hear you. But like for me, yes, you're not going to have your super talented quarterbacks that everybody can be. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Trevor Lawrence. Nobody can be that, right? I mean, I look at Tua's stats, and in 13 games, he's still a top 12 quarterback in 13 games. I mean, he's better than Russell Wilson this year, Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, and Dak Prescott. Like, these are guys that were either in the playoffs or on the cusp of being in the playoffs. Like, in 13 games, these guys played 15, 16, 17 games. I mean, yes, he may not be a talented quarterback like on the Josh Allen, again, Trevor Lawrence, like that whole level. But, like, when you get a scheme that works, the scheme works. And I don't care if you got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle on one side, like Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, like they're in the backfield. Like, I don't care if the scheme matches or not. Like, you say you wouldn't be good in the NFL. I mean, if I give you those four weapons, I'm pretty sure you could make it work.
That's what I'm saying is like his stats he was good this year. Like he put up good numbers, but I'm just saying that like on the question of would I take Tua over so-and-so to build my franchise around and have no concussion to have be my guy for the next 5 to 6 years in the intermediate future. Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't know how many people I'm choosing or like how many people I'm choosing Tua over. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Prescott.
Ooh, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm taking Dak too.
Dak.
Are you a Dak hater?
I'm taking Dak over Tua.
I don't like Dak. Bro, in my opinion, he's in the same situation. You got a guy like CeeDee Lamb. You've got Dalton Schultz. You've got Zeke and Tony Pollard eating in the backfield. You've got Michael Gallup. You've got Noah Brown. They just signed T.Y. Hilton. Like,
facts, bro. They should be gross.
Bro, and Dak was a worse quarterback than Tua, and Dak played, how many games this year? He played 12, but, like, he was worse than Tua, in my opinion.
Yeah, he led the league in picks.
Like, you said, so, like, the way you feel about Tua is how I feel about Dak. Like, that guy should be at the top of the list every single year.
No,
and he hasn't done shit for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and they've had good teams. So you want to say, like, good quarterback here and there, but, like, they've had good teams. They've gone 14-2 and win the number 1 seed and get blown out or get beat. But, like, everybody puts that on who? The coach? Like, no, it's fucking Dak Prescott who shits the bed every single year. So that's just me. But
I think for me, I was just having this argument over 2 different quarterbacks with my buddies in a group chat. And I just think that I understand you have to look at like what they've done because it's more than likely going to reflect like what is to come. But I do think that the picks this year is more of an outlier for Dak. And when you look at the two side by side and you say, who can make this play and who can't? I think that there's plays on the field that Dak can make that Tua cannot. And I don't think that there's a play on the field that Tua can make that Dak can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Like that's how I see it. Like I
know what you mean.
Like I can't envision a play where Tua is making a play where I'm like, Dak Prescott could never do that.
All right.
But vice versa, I think there's plays where I could see Dak making a certain play, and I go, could Tua do that? Probably not. But that's all. I'm a hater, bro.
Yeah. Hey, both of y'all. I love the debate. All right. We got the next game though. The New York Football Giants, bro. They beat the Vikings 31-24, bro. This was a game that literally everyone called, bro. A lot of people that I know were saying the Giants were going to beat the Vikings. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stick with the Vikings, bro. You know, Jay Jettas, Dalvin Cook, you know, Kirk Cousins. I'm going to let him cook, bro. I'm going to let him cook. Hawkinson, bro. I don't believe that, you know, it was that offense fault. Bro, their defense could not fucking stop the Giants for shit, bro. It was bad.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah, so, but on the flip side, though, Daniel Jones balled the fuck out. Saquon's 8, bro. 8. Oh, my God, bro. He 8. So, I mean, it wasn't a huge surprise to me, but I didn't know if they were going to win. I didn't think they were going to win that game.
No, I think I took Minnesota in that game as well. I mean, you say everybody saw it coming. I mean, fuck, I didn't. I really thought that Minnesota was going to, actually put together a good game. Although I should have known when we were joking last week about Kirk Cousins in these non-1 p.m. games. It's a true thing. It's a true thing, and you should be worried about it if I'm Minnesota. It is ridiculous. But I think their D coordinator got fired today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think I saw that. The thing is, though, it wasn't Kirk. Usually it is Kirk, and you can put the blame on Kirk, but, he didn't play bad. I don't think their offense played bad. I mean, I would have obviously liked to see Justin Jefferson involved a little more, but, bro, he didn't play too bad. He got a lot of criticism for, it was the last play of the game. He, didn't throw it deep. Basically, checked it down. Checked down. They're why the hell is he checking down?
Bro, in a 4th and 8 situation, I'll never understand why receivers decide to run a route that's 6 yards or 4 yards.
Yeah.
If it's 4th and 8, get to the sticks and then figure it out from there. But you don't run a 4-yard route and then try to get your no. So that's partially on him, partially on Hawkinson, in my opinion, although Hawkinson 8 on Sunday. I just don't that shit.
So this one, obviously I couldn't come on last week because we were figuring out some of the technical stuff. But when I listened to the pod, I was shocked to hear you both on the Vikings and so high on the Vikings because, again, like you said, Noah, at least all your friends, this was the one that everyone saw coming. And I don't know why, but the Vikings were just what they have? They had a 13 and – what'd they go? 13 and
4. 13 and 4.
This year?
4.
This year?
Yep.
But just it felt like the most fraudulent 13-4. And the entire year, I think that was the narrative, was they're not actually this good. And I think the Giants were just content on we're gonna have the ball and our defense is good enough and we're just gonna let TJ Hawkinson kick our ass for 10 catches, 129 yards, but we're gonna lock down Justin Jefferson, who's the best receiver in the league. I mean, he's 7 for 47, but his yards per catch is 6.7 with those stats. When is it? I would be curious to see what his yards per catch were all year because I can almost guarantee it was more than 6.7. So I think that they were content with we're going to do our best to take away Justin Jefferson, who's your most dynamic player. We're going to let TJ Hawkinson beat us with volume, and it worked. I mean, Daniel Jones was dialed, bro. How many led the team in rushing? He had more attempts than Saquon, bro. He ran the ball 17 times last
Bro,
week.
he runs the ball really well. Even the game in Jacksonville where they came and beat us, he ran the ball really well that game. I think people underestimate his running ability. He's not a bad athlete. I don't know. He's just that goofy quarterback that nobody expects, and he's following up Eli, so people are like, oh, it's just another Eli. And Eli was obviously not the greatest runner. I don't know, man. I think that's a force for them, especially when you've got Saquon in the backfield. Now you've got a plan for both of them to run out of the backfield there. So I think it keeps it super interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I also think there's two sides. It's a double-edged sword with this, not having a true number one receiver. When you have a guy, he obviously is going to demand targets, but he's also going to get open more, right? Because he's a true number one.
Yeah.
They don't have a guy, so there's not one person necessarily that you're going to be able to key in on besides Saquon. But they had 3 receivers over 50 yards. Saquon had 56. Slayton had some really big plays. He had 88 yards. And then they fed this Hodgins dude.
I feel like they had a receiver get hurt. Did Kenny Galladay? Did he play?
Sterling Shepard got
Kenny Galladay's hurt.
Sterling Shepard got hurt.
Yeah,
towards
this
ACL.
year. Kenny Galladay is like the biggest finesser of the NFL this year.
Yeah,
They paid him so much
did.
money. I think he's getting like
he's almost got a Christian
I don't know
Kirk contract. I saw something on that.
he's getting like some odd million per catches he's had this year. He's been
Yeah.
horrible,
Yep.
but they're paying him.
Yep.
I don't know. That's a team that's going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah.
It's dynamic with Daniel Jones and Saquon, and they have a good defense.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
All
right.
I mean, not necessarily surprised here, but should be a good game next week for them against Philly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We'll
Next
beat that. I don't think it will be.
next game though, Bengals beat the Ravens 24-17. Expected, I guess. I think this is the only game that we got right. Was it? Or did we say that the Ravens would cover?
No, I didn't. I think I said Cincy would cover, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, so we got that wrong.
I think we both said Cincy would cover. I mean, it was at 8.5. You know, in my opinion, without Lamar in Cincinnati, you know, I don't know. I just felt like Cincinnati had a little something to prove, even after I know they beat them 2 weeks ago. I thought they had a little more to prove here, and I personally think had Tyler Huntley not fumbled on the goal line, I honestly think. I mean, obviously, I think that Baltimore covers, but I think they may have a chance to win that game.
Yeah, bro.
Because Jamar didn't do much. T. Higgins, they didn't do much. You know, I think Baltimore's defense had a good game plan against them when it came to trying to shut down that Bengals offense. And I don't know, man. It just kind of seemed like there was times where the Ravens offense would click a little bit. Obviously, they've got to operate around Mark Andrews. And I don't know. I felt like this game was definitely going another direction until that fumble.
I'll go ahead. I totally agree. I will correct you real quick, Khalil. I mean, Jamar Chase, by his standards, maybe they held him in check, but he did have 9 catches for 84 yards and a TUD. But I'll concede the fact that when Jamar Chase usually has 9 catches, it's for 120 plus yards and maybe 2 touchdowns. But I just think that this game is just a classic. You have to beat a team 3 times. And I know they didn't beat them, or you're playing a team 3 times, because the Ravens won the first matchup. But they're playing the team 3 times. They know each other like the back of their hands. They know what the other one's going to try and do. They know how to stop them. And it's just this grudge match is what I was expecting going to this game. And I think that reflected. I think the Ravens, with the way they're set up, are just like this gritty. If they can keep it close, they're sneaky. And they'll beat you because they have the best kicker in the league, who is ice cold in his water in his veins. He's a killer, right? Yeah. Late in the game, and they have just this punishing offense without Lamar, but especially with Lamar, that is just going to wear you down, hold the ball away from you, and then the defense is just like if they can get off the field and get back in their offense's hands, they're just going to be rested, and the offense is going to wear them down.
Yep.
Like. The way they play is so tough that, especially when the teams know each other, I just think like more than likely the other team's going to get held in check, and I think that's what we saw. I think we all probably were expecting the Bengals to win. You guys picked them to cover, which I think I picked them to cover as well last week, in my head.
Yeah.
But I think I wasn't surprised that they didn't cover, but still won.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What do you guys think is going to happen with Lamar? And did you see J.K. Dobbins after the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pissed that he wasn't involved as much, right?
Yeah, he's like, I should have had the ball. I didn't get any carries. And then he was saying just like straight up. I mean, I'm sure most of the guys in there were thinking it and people were saying it on the outside, but he was like straight up. If we had Lamar, we win that game.
And I couldn't disagree more with him. I could not disagree.
Oh.
Here's my thing. You know, he's saying like he should have had the ball and should have been fed more. Like I know he had 13 for 62, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Like in my opinion, before Lamar got hurt, Lamar didn't look great. Like there was nothing. Like maybe he, you know, if he's healthy or whatever, but he didn't look good. I mean, the last game we saw him fully play was here in Jacksonville, and in my opinion, he didn't look good in that game. But like, it's tough. It's easy to stop a one-dimensional team. Like they don't have any type of passing or air game whatsoever. Like it's one-dimensional. It's run, run, run. Like who knows what Lamar and J.K. Dobbins would have been, but I don't think you can say that it's like guaranteed. Like we win this game with Lamar Jackson. Like I know Lamar is great, and I look. I want him to get his money. I know we're going to talk about that. Like I want him to get his money. And I want him to be in Baltimore because I think it's a great spot for him with that run-first offense. And I think Harbaugh wants to have him there, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do, considering he hasn't like the last 2 seasons. I think he's been out like 5 to 6 games each season toward the end of the year, and Tyler Huntley has to come in and try and play, and try and bring this team to glory and into the postseason and winning divisions and conferences and Super Bowls. So, like, do you pay a guy who can't, like, who's not going to be on the field when it matters? That's my question.
I think you pay.
You said you agreed with J.K.
Yeah, bro. I agree with him, bro. Lamar Jackson, bro. He's the most dynamic quarterback. He's the best player on the field when he's on the field, bro. You can't really scheme for that, bro. I mean, this is the NFL, and he's doing what he's done in the NFL, bro. These are, they're the best, they're the biggest, strongest, fastest, and he's still making it look like a video game when he's on the field. I think he figures it out, bro, especially this late in the season. Game you have to win. Lamar Jackson takes the game over, I believe, and, bro, he goes off. I mean, yeah, I agree with you, though, Dia. He honestly didn't look as good, bro. I feel like they had to become a one-dimensional team, bro. They lost Bateman earlier this year. So, I mean, yeah, he's really just got to throw it into Mark Andrews. I mean, bro, I'm not going to lie. I don't know who the hell their other receivers are. The only other person I know is Isaiah Likely because he went to Coastal Carolina and I went to Georgia Southern and they're in the Sun Belt. That's the only reason I know because I remember watching him play last year. But, right. I mean, it's just tough for them because, like, think about last year when they had Hollywood Brown, bro, and him and Lamar, bro, that connection was gross because you're worried about Hollywood Brown burning you deep down the field. He's fast as hell. And then you turn around and Lamar Jackson's running. He's on your heels because he just tucked that shit and ran it himself. So I think, they became super one-dimensional once Rashad Bateman went down because, bro, he's fucking good too. He's a dog. He'll burn you deep down the field. He's pretty fast, physical receiver. So just put him in a tough spot. But without them, I still think Lamar he has to take the game over, bro. It's Lamar Jackson, I think. Especially with, like, think about that run. So Tyler Huntley, bro, that he busts that run to put them, like, on the goal line. And he just straight up, bro, that's just a mistake, bro. He wasn't even close to breaking the plane right there on that play anyways, and they just smacked the ball out of his hands. I mean, I think if they run that back again, bro, they score there. It's just just simple mistake right there. But, yeah, I agree. I think Lamar Jackson, if he's in that game, bro, they have a very, very good chance to win that game, bro. I mean, it is what it is.
We will never know.
I guess we won't know.
We won't know. I do agree with you, Noah. I do think that Lamar is like this one of a kind, and I know Tyler Huntley is like he's like a Walmart Lamar, right? And that's why they have him because he can kind of still fit into that system.
Ew.
He is.
No, he is.
If he wasn't, he'd be the starter, huh?
He's like a bargain Lamar. You're right.
Yeah. So I just think that like he is a one of a kind, this like dynamic talent, and I just agree that he's the best player on the field usually anytime he's on the field. And 100% the game is different. Even if it goes completely different, it's different because you have to scheme a different way. Because Tyler Huntley is not Lamar Jackson, they're similar. You can kind of scheme a certain way, but when Lamar is in the game, I mean, you're taking the defender away probably every time because you have to spy him.
Yep.
Right? And then he's going to make the spy look silly like he does so often. I'm looking, Tyler Huntley's longest rush was 35 yards. He had 54 rushing. So he did 20 yards outside of that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like super hypothetical, but like Lamar, 35-yard run, how much further is he taking that run? And then how much is he getting outside of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, super hypothetical, but I just think the type of player he is, I think he's too good to not have a huge impact on that game, and it was close.
Yeah,
So,
really good one.
That's my take. I hope they pay him, bro. I think he's gonna get paid.
I want him to get paid.
I just don't. I don't know if it's gonna be by the Ravens, and
Yeah.
it feels like it has to be because they've built their system and their team around his style.
Yeah.
I don't know though. They feel like they've been butting heads this entire season. At the end of the day, the NFL's going to be a business, and I do think that if I had to pick right now, I think he leaves. Truthfully, I would want him to stay, but I think he leaves. And I did see today, bro. He stripped his whole Instagram of Ravens.
See,
took it to social media
see that all the time. See, but I see that shit all the time, and especially lately. Like, these guys know what they're doing, right? They know what they're doing. Like,
Kyler did it, didn't he?
Kyler just did it a year ago, and he got fucking $40 million a year. Like, he just did that, and it was all funny. Like, it was fine after that. Although Cliff Kingsbury's now fired, he tore his ACL. Like, things did not go how they were supposed to. But I did see something today saying that the Ravens have full confidence that they can actually make this deal work, and I do think. I can't see Lamar Jackson anywhere else. I can't see him anywhere else. You know, getting rid of their OC too. I think he got fired or resigned, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
So
I think so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I like to see him still there. I also saw, talking about social media, do you see Aaron Donald? He put like former
I did.
Rams, but then like everyone caught on to it, so he changed that shit back so quick, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
Like, bro, come on, dog. All right, but the last game, bro. Monday night, we had the Cowboys at the Bucks. Brady, man. Damn, they sucked, bro. Cowboys won 31-14. Bro, they look terrible, the Bucks.
Dude, I feel like I've been trying to say that the Bucks suck.
You have.
But like, it's tough to say that. It's tough to say that when you've got Tom Brady at quarterback. But let's be real, guys, real quick. The Bucks suck. The Bucks are the worst fucking playoff team that was in the playoffs this year. They should not have won their division at 8-9. I would have rather have seen the Panthers in that game or something, because at least they were going into the end of the year hot. But like, who shows up to a primetime Monday night Super Wild Card weekend finale and lays this egg? Like, what? Like, the reason the Cowboys were so pissed that Brett Maher had fucking missed 4 extra points was because they're like, oh my God, Tom Brady's on the other side of the field. Where?
Right.
Where? Like, bro, what are we doing?
I agree, bro. They were not good. They weren't good all year. And I think in one of my group chats that I'm in with my boys, I told them Cowboys is the play. Trying to tell everyone Cowboys was my pick. And I think the trap was laid so perfectly for Tom Brady in the playoffs. And
yeah,
they looked good
primetime
last
game.
week, and he's throwing the deep balls to Mike Evans again, just how it was, and he's getting all these guys back. And I just think like the recency of that one game, Tom Brady in the playoffs, like it was too perfect in my opinion for how bad they were. Horrible this year.
Horrible.
Like they were god awful, and I think people were way too quick to forget that. And I mean, on the flip side, Dallas looked terrible last week too. So like, there's all these things factoring into why people are probably picking the Bucks over the Cowboys. And Tom Brady plus money, perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like so many different things. But I just think the Cowboys were clearly the better team all year. Dak or no Dak, they have a good defense. They run the ball. They have great receivers. Like kind of what you were talking about earlier, Khalil. They're just a good team.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy's, I think, sometimes an idiot. But I just think that they were the better team, and there was a reason that they were favored, even with all this Tom Brady stuff. And I was not surprised one bit to see the Bucs go out there and do what they've done pretty much the entire season.
Yeah, bro, they fucking sucked. It's hard to watch, bro. I was just like so we had so much good football all weekend, and I was expecting that game. I'm like, you know what, bro? Tom Brady might just show up. He just might show up, bro. He might show up.
The playoffs.
He might give me something, all that. He's 6-0 against the Cowboys. I'm seeing that clip all day. I'm like, oh, we're about to get some good football.
Yeah.
What do they do,
Throw that
bro?
garbage out the window.
Cowboys score. They miss the kick. I'm like, ooh, that's going to come back and bite him. They do it again. He misses the kick again. I'm like, ooh, bro, you can't keep missing these kicks. It's going to come back and bite him. I look to the sideline. We got Dak Prescott slamming his helmet, saying F and go for 2, giving him no encouragement. Bro, it was just, I don't know, bro, but they sucked. They sucked. They just weren't a good team.
Hey, part of me at that game was 24-0, right? Because the 4 missed extra points. Part of me said, you know what? I don't think the Bucs are out of it yet. Part of me said that. I turned my TV off after I said that, but part of me was like, I don't know, man. Like 24-0, little bad juju with the missed extra points. Like everybody's gonna get pissed at this kicker. It's Tom Brady. And golly, I'll never do that again.
I think it definitely crept.
I'll never fall on a damn sword.
Mind.
I will never fall on a sword for the Buccaneers ever again.
Yeah.
How dare they?
It definitely crept into everyone's mind that, these extra points are going to come back to bite them in the ass. Also, real quick, bro, chill. The kicker's not saying kick the ball every time you're throwing a pick, bro.
Seriously.
Yeah.
He did come out and apologize, I think.
Also, Noah, taking the Bucs, you didn't learn your lesson with Mike Evans on your fantasy team all year.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
That's why I rode with him. That's why I rode with him, though. That's why I rode with him. I'm like, damn. The only time I didn't ride with Mike Evans, bro, he absolutely cooked me. So I don't know, bro. I'm done with the Bucs. I'm glad they're gone. I don't want to talk about the Bucs anymore, bro. Hey, y'all think Brady's done? You think he's going to end up signing somewhere?
No. I think he's
done with the Bucs.
I think he's going to stay in Tampa one more year. I think he wants to retire in Florida. He wants to be on the East Coast.
I agree to a point about because I love Florida, but he came from New England, right? Like he doesn't mind weather, and I think as much as he loves Florida, he can go get that in San Francisco.
I was going to say, where's Brady from? Is Brady from the West Coast?
Cali.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot better. That team's a lot better than the Bucs.
Well, yeah, no shit. Anybody's better than the Bucs. Like they suck.
I think there's going to be too many teams that have built-in win-now situations for him to walk into that are going to come knocking this offseason that want to get one more year out of him. I think he's got a year left.
I agree. I really do. I agree. I think he's going to play again. But the reason I say he's going to stay on the East Coast somewhere, because those are the reports that we're seeing. Like, he wants to stay on the East Coast. Like, his kids are here on the East Coast. Like, I think his wife or ex-wife or whatever the hell, she's over in –
one more year, though.
She's in Miami. Like, what's one more year? Yes, but I don't know, man. I don't know who on the East Coast will make it work. Obviously, it's Tom Brady. Like, he'll go wherever. But I think what a lot of teams just saw is that just because his name is Tom Brady, like, he was not able to do shit with the Bucs this year. Like, and we can say, like, you know, we can say they were hurt and injured, but in a playoff game, you've got Rachaad White, Leonard Fournette, Chris Godwin, Julio, Mike Evans. Like, obviously, Russell Gage got hurt, but, like, you've got everybody. And you've got a supposed to be stout defense. You've got everything you needed right there. Your OC just got fired. Like, so our team's still going to ride the wave of, like, oh, old accomplished quarterbacks. Like, we could just bring them in, you know, and plug them into our team and culture here.
I guess we'll have to find out when it happens, bro. I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens.
Tom Brady, 45 years old, right? Old dude. How many times do you think he threw the ball Monday night?
Bro, it was like 60. It was like 66 times.
It was 60 plus. Yeah, I know it was 60 plus.
Shit would be hanging, bro. My arm would be hanging.
Times, bro.
Dude.
He threw the ball 66 times. He threw for over 4,500 yards this year. He's got a completion percentage on the season of 66.8, and he averaged 276 yards a game. Like, I just think they were so bad he had to throw the ball a lot more than would be ideal for him. But I just think that, like, someone with a more appealing situation is going to come knocking, and he's going to leave because he's not in a stage of his life or his career where he's like can take, you know, a year off to just be okay. And develop guys. He's trying to win more rings, and I don't
True.
think. I mean, the Bucks are good, but I don't know. I just think that they're going to have a new OC next year, and he's going to have to do a whole new offense or whatever the case is. I just think that like he might go do that somewhere else with a better team.
I like it. I agree, though, bro. I mean, I do. All right. Do you have anything else or no?
No, I say we get into these games here for this weekend.
Let's go, boys. It's the divisional rounds this week.
Yes,
I say we get this over with right now. First game of the weekend. We got the Jags at the Chiefs. Chiefs are 8.5-point favorites. Boys, how do we feel about this game, bro? Come on, I need honesty because, to be honest, bro, I'm going to tell you how I feel first off. Okay, bro, I'm feeling there's a little bit of optimism on my side right now, bro, because, yeah, we did play them. We played them earlier this year. Does anyone know the score of that game? I forgot off the top of my head. I know we lost. Okay, exactly. I know we lost. Bro, that was when Trevor was at his worst, bro. Like, we looked like we were a bad team. I think we're a better team now. The only thing is we just cannot spot them. Can't spot them fucking 27 points, bro, because it's over. So, we just can't start slow, bro. And, I think it'll be a good game. They're going to be going absolutely insane in Arrowhead. Drew, I remember you telling us about Arrowhead and how crazy it is there. So, not going to be easy. It's going to be loud for sure. But, I mean, dog, like, I think we got it. We have a chance. We have a chance.
Drew, go ahead.
I mean, fully biased opinion. I like us this weekend. Not for obvious reasons, it's our squad, but I think the Chiefs typically don't cover huge spreads in general. For whatever reason, the Chiefs will usually they keep games close. I feel like all of last year in the playoffs too, they were doing like some coming from behind, Yeah. But I fully agree that we cannot have the start that we had last week because Patrick Mahomes and company, Patrick Mahomes in particular, does not blink. He has done all of this before, and he just has that innate trait where it's like, the moment is never too big for Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
He does not fold. He doesn't even like waver in these moments. The lights get brighter and he just elevates. Like Bills last year, AFC Championship. Bro, what'd they have? 13 seconds?
Yeah, that shit was wild.
In what world are you saying, damn, 13 seconds is too long?
Seriously.
You left too much time on the clock in football with 13 seconds on the clock, but it's Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, we definitely have a lot to overcome. The Chiefs are monsters, right? We know this. I will say, our first game against them, I'm pulling it up right now, we didn't play great, I don't remember.
No, we didn't. We only lost by 10 now that I think about it.
Remember that first game that we played them, right? So that was the game where we actually did the sneak onside kick, so we stole a possession. We didn't do anything with that possession, but we stole that possession from them. I believe we won the turnover battle. I think we won 3-0. I'm pretty sure Trevor Lawrence threw for over 300 yards and I think 3 tuds.
2 tuds, 259.
Yeah, so we did not play bad, right? We didn't play bad, but I don't think we capitalized on those turnovers. And I think stealing that possession in the beginning of the game, I think had we at least gotten points out of that, I think that would have been a huge thing. And even I think Riley Patterson missed 2 kicks in that game, right? So you go into halftime possibly, 20-13, or that game can be 27-23. But again, we left points off the board there. So there's a lot of things that went not necessarily wrong, but just not in our favor for that game that I think in this game, I know we keep saying we cannot spot them 27, but Doug said it, everybody says it, we're playing with house money, right? So what do we have to lose in this game? Why can't we go into Kansas City? I know Houston lost a few years ago when they went up 24-0 in Kansas City, but it almost feels like not only the Chiefs, but it feels like the entire, or at least most of the NFL is overlooking the Jags and trying to get that, Kansas City Buffalo matchup. And I don't understand why they're overlooking Cincinnati either. Like I think Cincinnati can beat Buffalo, but like we'll get to that later. But like I don't know, man. I'm with you guys here. Like I'm going to stick with what we've been doing. Like obviously we know which way we're gonna we want to lean with the Jags here, but I just want to see a good product on the field. I want to keep building, win or lose. I want to keep building on what the hell we have, and going into next year because, dude, it's going to be a big year. It's going to be a big year. Simple as that. Like AFC South is in fucking shambles. Like who knows?
Calvin fucking Ridley.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
dog.
Bro, like seriously, like next year is what I'm at this point. Like all the momentum that we have, like. If we win this game, it's still momentum. Like, fuck, we just made the AFC championship game. Like, even if we lose this game, it's like, fuck, like we lost in Kansas City, but let's look at what we just ended the year doing. Like, let's look at that. Winning like 6 out of the last 7 games or whatever the hell the stat was. Like, and yes, adding Calvin Ridley, it's like, I don't know. I think it's going to be a really good ball game. I'll be completely honest with you.
Yeah, me too. Drew.
Yeah, bro, I just want to compete. I think we have a good shot if we can just, again, keep it close. We have to – Kansas City is the team that punishes you when you make mistakes.
Yep.
And it feels like anytime there's like a 50-50 bounce, Kansas City is, for whatever reason, always in the right spot.
Yep.
And then you pair that with how special Patrick Mahomes is, right? Like, they're tough to beat. Andy Reid's a great coach as well. I'll touch on what you talked about when you said we left points there, Khalil. I mean, Riley Patterson missed 2 field goals that game. That's 6 points right there.
Yep.
So that's immediately 23-27, and it's a much closer game.
Yep.
I will also add, I'm looking at stats from last game. We gave up 5 sacks, and we had no sacks on our end. So that's going to be something that we need to obviously try and flip. I thought our pass rush did pretty good against the Chargers.
That second half, yes.
Yeah. We have to – that's one thing that – because I know our – like Josh Allen, as he's turned it up at the end of the year. I'll definitely agree. But I just think during most of the season, I just kept seeing like, oh, he's getting pressures.
Yeah. And
it's like he's leading the league in pressures. I'm like –
I need some fucking productivity, bro. Like, I need you doing shit.
I want a fucking sack. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What's the pressure? Like he got within. Like I just feel like it. Unless there's some like it's quantifiable, and I can say like this is what a pressure means. Which Khalil, can you tell me what a pressure is, Noah? And we all
pressure.
Say the same,
a pressure. I can't tell you what it is. Like I don't know the exact definition, but it's just it's what you think it is. Like if the quarterback is like hurried at all, or if the quarterback if you pressure the quarterback to leave the pocket, like it's stuff like that. But I'm with you. Like that shit doesn't matter to me. That ain't the sexy stats.
Like what's hurried and what's
how do you know I was hurried?
To relocate.
Yeah.
Right. And he has to relocate and he rolls out and he throws a fucking dot 50 yards on the
field. Like, that was no hurry to me. Bitch, just do a tutty.
Pressure, bro.
We're not hopping up and high-fiving over that. Like,
yeah, I get annoyed with those stats, and so I definitely want to see us really I like the fact that we're maybe disrupting the play a little bit, but we got to get there if we want to make a difference. And so
I agree.
I think in the trenches is where we're really going to have to grid out this game, and I think we're going to need to slow the game down a little bit because I don't know that. I mean, we're capable of a shootout, but to be in a shootout with the Chiefs is not where I would want to be.
I don't think we're capable of that kind of fucking shootout. Like, I feel like they can score. Now, they're not the Chiefs of old, right? Like, I know that but they've still got guys. But I think my big thing from the last game was us giving up 155 on the ground. Like, that look, I know, like, they've got, like, Isaiah, Pacheco and Mahomes can run it a little bit. Kadarius Toney's healthy. Jerick McKinnon has come out of fucking nowhere and has scored in, the last 8 games or something for them.
Hail Southern.
Is another guy. There you go. But just, their rushing attack, and then we got to find a way to stop Travis Kelce. Like, he's going to eat us alive because, I'm hoping, I'll be curious to see who they throw out there on him. I don't know if they're going to put Devin Lloyd out there, or I don't think Muma can cover him. or if they're going to play Cisco down or put Rayshawn
I don't
on
want
him.
to see Muma on him.
No, hell no, me either. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what they're going to do, and I think that's like a huge key to this game. Like, there's no stopping Travis Kelce, but can we at least slow him down? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got the weapons, bro.
Bro, like
they have weapons. They're good. I think Travis Kelce, if you can let it be death by 1,000 cuts, you can live with that. If he's got 12 catches for 90 yards, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It's just shitty, though, because they've also got, like, Juju and, like, you know, MVS and Kadarius Toney and
Hardman
Jared
is out,
McKinnon.
though, which is good.
McCole Hardman is out, so that was, I would assume one of their deep threats.
He's a speedy guy. Yeah, that's big.
I don't know, dude. I'm already, now that you guys just met, I'm nervous as fuck for this game.
Dude, me too, bro. Bro, we're just dropping all these names. I'm like, damn, they're loaded. These dudes are fucking stacked.
I'm nervous as fuck about this game, and I think in talking to Shao earlier, he did mention that like the AFC South has kind of played the AFC West tough. I know it's the playoffs, but like they kind of haven't done shit against the AFC South. Like we stomped the Chargers twice. We probably should have beat the Broncos. We obviously lost to the Chiefs. Who else? We beat the Raiders.
Bro, did the Colts beat the Chiefs this year?
The Colts beat the Chiefs this year. The Texans
I remember
took them
that.
to the last second. You remember? The Texans took them to the last second. The Broncos stink, so I think any game against the Broncos should be voided from this conversation. But, like, all of the teams, like the Titans played the Chiefs well. Every team played the Chiefs well. You know, this just, again, it feels like one of those sleeper games to me. Like, you know, did you hear the NFL already told, like, Kansas City and Buffalo to start offering tickets to that neutral site game?
That, dude.
Fuck that, dude. Come on. You can't. That can't get out.
Yo, the NFL does not want to ever – it never feels like they want to see Jax winning.
No. They want to see
Like
Pat, Josh Allen, Lamar when healthy, Joe Burrow now, Tom Brady still. Like, the Cowboys in general. Like, that's what they want to see. The NFL wants to see this.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think it's whack.
Bro, I mean, I don't know. I think we make some noise in Kansas City, bro. I'm excited. Obviously, we don't pick the games. We've been on a 6-game winning streak, bro. We've been doing this, so I'm not touching it. I'm not going to say who I think wins, but Drew, you're more than welcome to make your pick if you want.
Yeah, I know you're going to, so go ahead.
I'm making my pick, man.
Yeah, we know.
Jags 8.5, Jags money line, and I want to do team total. I don't know. Last time I looked, I want to say it was like right above 21. I like the team total over. I'm not like overly impressed with their defense. I think the biggest thing we have to do is stop their big boy in the middle, Jones, and if we can just not let him be a game. Of course, if we can just not let him be a game wrecker, is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? Because guys in the NFL, when they get to a certain level, they're going to get theirs.
Yeah.
It's my that's how I think.
100%.
But if you just have to be able to just like let it be less game altering.
Yeah.
True.
I'm pulling up the team total now, but that's what I like. I'm just riding with the guys, bro. Kirk and Zay Jones both 8 last time we played them. I just looked it up. Kirk had 9 catches for over 100 yards,
and he did.
Zay Jones had 8 catches for like 80 something.
Uh-oh.
So those could be worth a look.
We can get their secondary, man. We can get their secondary.
Yeah, and you got to think too. Game script. If Vegas has a game at 8.5, right? Like they're expecting a one-sided game, and let's say Vegas is right, and we're down this whole time by around 10, and we're just kind of hanging around that bubble of 8.5.
Yep.
We have to throw the ball more naturally, so it just creates more opportunities to throw the ball. Personally, I would love to see ETN get 22 carries and have 130 yards.
We need him to have 100 plus. We need James Robinson had 100 plus last time we played them, and I think that ate them alive. And if James Robinson can have a 50-yard run, that dude, in my opinion, has got no breakaway speed. Love James Robinson though, but like I don't know. I think
team total 21.
Okay, so when I've got the over under for that full game is 52.5. Do you have that there or no?
I have
I've
it.
got 52.5.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch the over/under.
No.
Because I don't want to be cheering for both teams to score.
No, I agree, and I love that. I agree.
So yeah, that's what I like for this game for sure. 8.5. I think also could be interesting because the Chiefs, I feel like, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, and listeners correct me if I'm wrong too. I just feel like last playoff run that the Chiefs had, they're coming off of bye week 1, but 2, last playoff run they got off to some slower starts.
They did,
and it was like they were coming back, and it was close at half, and then they would win the game late. And
Yep.
I plus 5.5 could be worth a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
A little sprinkle for
just one
for
of
the
these.
Jags.
One of these. Huh?
I like it. All right. Well, boys.
I'm all Jags. That's what it comes down to.
I love it, bro. I love it. All right. Our next game, we have the Giants at the Eagles. All right. The Eagles are 7.5-point favorites in this one. We got the rested Eagles, bro. But then we also got, a Giants team with some momentum, bro, especially after last weekend, bro. Daniel Jones threw for over 300 yards. I think he had 2 touchdowns. Am I correct? Do y'all know? 2 touchdowns?
I think he did. I know he did he run for one or no?
He did.
Okay, and then we had Saquon, bro. Saquon went stupid. Bro, I believe in the momentum. My boy Jack Eichler, I'm riding with him this week, bro. I like the Giants to win this game, bro, and here's why, bro. We have a Philadelphia Eagles team, all right? They had the bye week last week, obviously. Got some rest. Give my boy Jalen Hurts some rest. A lot of concern around that shoulder. So with me saying that now, he's probably going to come out and absolutely cook the Giants. I believe in the momentum, bro. I saw hella videos today of them just, bro, they were lit at practice today. I saw Daniel Jones in the circle getting lit. Their boys are loose. They're ready to go. I believe in the momentum. Give me the Giants, bro.
Okay. I am not going to pick the Giants. That's for damn sure. I think I'm going to stick with Philly here. What did we say the line was at? 7.5?
7.5.
You know what? Give me Philly. Something about that damn city when their teams get in the postseason. Yes, they've got Jalen Hurts. Yes, they've got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders. The defense, you fucking name it. Yes, they have all the talent. But I'm telling you, it's something about Philly when their teams get into a postseason match that matters, right? Is this a night game? This is a night game. It might as well be fucking Halloween for the New York Giants going into Philadelphia. This is going to be a nightmare, I think, for them. And I think they are going to swallow up the Giants' run game all night, right? I think it's going to be a fun game, maybe. But, I don't know. I don't see Philly coming off that bye with a healthy Jalen Hurts after what he did in that last week. Didn't they just play the Giants?
They played them last
they
week
smoked them.
Season, but Giants played all
the
backups.
Giants didn't play anybody, right? So, I don't know, man. Give me Philly here. And they're covering. Give it to me.
Drew?
I'm a ride. I totally agree. My pick is Eagles to cover 7.5. When we look back a couple weeks, it was looks like 13 or 14 that they played.
Yep.
The Eagles stomped them 48-22. I think the Giants are a great story. But I think, Noah, you've bought into the hype a little too much.
Yeah.
Because, dude.
It happened with the damn Vikings last week. Look what you did.
I know, my gut was telling me Giants, though.
Their first game was a blowout. I think the Eagles are just way more talented than the Giants. And again, credit to Dayball. He's gotten them this far with what he has, but I just think the Eagles are, if you're not going to put them at the first best team in the NFC, to put them at second, and it's not close. It's them and the Niners, and they're, I would say, head and shoulders above the rest of the NFC, and it's been like that all year.
100%.
So I'm definitely going to choose the Eagles to cover. I will add that in their first game, the first time they played each other this year, that Jalen didn't even have that great of a game. 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, 21-31. It's a solid game, but Miles Sanders had 144 yards rushing.
Dog.
Jalen Hurts ran for 77 yards. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't have to throw the ball to beat them. And we'll see how the shoulder's going to be the biggest question, because if the shoulder's messed up, how is it affecting their throwing? But then I think what makes him so dynamic is his running. And how does it affect him running? Is he running less because he doesn't want to take a hit? Is he changing the way he runs? Because then that opens you up to other injuries. If you're trying to do something you always do, but in a different way, you're doing things that your body's like not accustomed to doing, right? So like if he's pulling up sooner, or I don't know what exact the science behind it, but you know what I mean? Like if he's running, he's scared to take a hit on his shoulder, it's going to force him to do something else and put his body in a situation that it might not normally be in. So I think that's going to be the biggest question. My one sneaky play for this is, and shout out to my boy Gravy. He is a diehard Philly fan, all Philly sports, but he is made me aware of this. Boston Scott is a giant killer, and he scores every single time. He's a third-string running back. Scores every single time they play the Giants. So I think it's worth a sprinkle on his prop to score, because he's done it both times they've played this year, and apparently that's just like his thing, is he just scores touchdowns on the Giants.
All right. Go Eagles, baby.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
Birds.
All right. Well, next game, though, we're going to go with the Cowboys at the 49ers, bro. Actually, I'm going to go with Cincinnati at Buffalo. We can talk about this one first.
Yeah, let's go Cincinnati.
Damn, bro.
Earlier one on Sunday.
Damn, bro. Week 17 rematch?
Yeah. This was bound to happen.
Bro. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Bills are favored by 5.5. I'm going to be honest, bro. I got the Bengals. Here's why. So last week we watched a Bengals team. Joe Burrow, not his best game. He only threw for like 202 yards, I think. Read that earlier. They still found a way to win. Granted, the Tyler Huntley literally gave them the ball on the goal line, but still, bro, I just think that, they've got something to prove, bro. I think Joe Burrow steps up this week. I think, things get clicking on that offense. Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins. I think they click. Like we were talking about earlier, bro. I mean, other than, Josh Allen dropping back, throwing deep to Stephon Diggs or Gabriel Davis, or, maybe they do get Singletary going. I just don't see a lot in that offense. He did make some questionable throws last week. It's Josh Allen, bro. A lot of the things that they talked about early in his career with him, making these absolutely ridiculous throws, you still see flashes of that, bro. He's just so good that, he's able to correct it sometimes. But, bro, I'm going to go with the Bengals to win this game. I like him a lot.
Drew, go ahead.
I know everything I said earlier about the Bills makes me think I should take the Bengals, but I'm taking the Bills. I think they're a better team. I think last week was a weird week where I think that they just were in more of a mindset of looking past that game. Third string quarterback at home. In my head, if I was on the team, I'd be like, I don't know how we lose this game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Bills. I think Josh Allen bounces back, and I think we're going to see Josh Allen of AFC Championship last year. He's going to be amped up for him versus Joe Burrow. They're top 3-4 in the league with each other, and I think he's going to elevate his game, and we're going to see Josh Allen be Josh Allen.
Now, are we taking like straight up here, or are we taking like against the spread?
I'm taking 5.5. I will pick 5.5.
Oh, and well, yeah, I mean, that's hard.
Because so here's my thing. Like, I do think the Bills are going to cover, but I think the Bengals are going to cover. I don't know if they're I think they're going to win. I think the Bills. How do I say that? Like, I don't think the Bengals are going to lose this game, in my opinion. So I think they're going to cover here.
So they're going to win outright.
They're going to win outright, yeah. But, I think this game is going to, at the end of the day, come down to one of those last-minute field goals. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'll be honest. I think it's going to be like a 38-35 game, right? Or like a 41-38 game. I think both defenses are very, they're good, but they're not like there's definitely, especially Von Miller's down on Buffalo's side. Cincinnati had a few guys go down a couple weeks ago as well. I just think both offenses can get in that shootout, right? You talk about Josh Allen heaving balls downfield to Steph Diggs, Gabe Davis, and Dawson Knox. But like James Cook, Devin Singletary, like we've yet to really see them kind of get into that groove. I think at any point this year, especially late in the year. And I just think, I don't know. I think you've got the two-headed monster with Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine, like, shit, with the three receivers they've got over there. Like, I think that the Bengals can hang in a shootout. And I keep saying it, but it's like the emotion at some point for Buffalo has to kick in. I just, since the game a few weeks ago with DeMar Hamlin, but it just doesn't seem like it has, even like at these home games, like, last weekend, you're up 17-0 to the damn Miami Dolphins with a third-string quarterback, and you let them get back into the game because of some boneheaded turnovers from Josh Allen. So I will take Cincinnati to win this game, but I think it's going to be a fucking shootout, to be completely honest with you.
So you like the over in Cincy?
I would say I would take the over in Cincy here.
All right, I like it. All right, next game, though,
Bills.
we got the Cowboys. We got the Cowboys at the 49ers. Niners favored by 3.5. Hey, man, Cowboys made it past the first round. They're here. Boys are ready to go. Who we got, though? Who we got?
Go ahead, Drew.
Boys, Cowboys, easy. I think we saw – I'm cracking myself up right now because all my points that I'm making earlier about these teams, I'm kind of like flipping sides. I'm going against it. I just think that while I think the Niners are this like complete team and they're awesome, I think that we haven't seen Brock Purdy be a rookie yet. And I think we started to see glimpses of it in the first half of last game, and the Seahawks kept it close. I think we could agree that the Cowboys are better than the Seahawks. And I just think that they have the ability to, and again, this is all, it's going to be, I think that game's going to be decided in the Niners defense versus the Cowboys offense. That's where the game's going to be decided. If the Cowboys can move the ball or just be effective, I think that they can win, because I just think Brock Purdy hasn't had his game where like every guy's had their game where it's like, I mean, he's a rookie, like he's going to have to work. Like Brock Purdy has not had that game yet. And there's a reason he was Mr. Irrelevant. There's a reason that he was going to be the backup on this. Like there's the third string on this team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Brock Purdy is going to kind of come back down to earth this week, and we haven't seen it yet. And I just feel like it's only a matter of time. So that's why I'm taking the Cowboys.
Solid. I took the Cowboys as well.
I think.
Dia?
Let's go.
I'm not going with the Cowboys. I don't know. I refuse to go with the Cowboys. I know like Brock Purdy is, Mr. Irrelevant, third string quarterback, but I think, you mentioned Tua being a scheme quarterback. What better time for a scheme quarterback, right? You've got Debo, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Kittle. Who's the other running back they've got?
Elijah Mitchell.
Like, yeah. So like you put those guys around, this rookie. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you look at this guy started all 4 years that he went to Iowa State. Like, yes, he's a rookie, but this dude's had a lot of reps, right? A lot of reps. And then you put him in a system that is meant for literally any quarterback to win. I mean, the worst quarterback, in my opinion, they had was Trey Lance this year. And I know he only played a few games, but he never looked like a good quarterback, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. And then you give me their defense that they've got there, all of those guys running around the field. Like, it seems like they're locked up with their back seven. Their front line can get after the quarterback. I mean, there's been times where Dallas's O-line hasn't looked all that great. I don't know, man. And then you put Dak in these situations against defenses like this and a home game in San Francisco. Yes, this could be a trap game and maybe I'm falling for, but this feels like a game that San Francisco comes out and quite honestly, in my opinion, I think they run the table. Dallas is a good team. They've got great pieces, but I don't know. I don't think Brock Purdy has that bone in his body that says like it's time for me to fuck up here. Like it doesn't seem like the kid is going anywhere. Like it seems like he's expects to be in this battle next season. That's like, why the fuck can't I come in and be a number 2? Right. And I think if he goes and does what he's been doing for the last few weeks here for them, I don't see why there's any reason why they can't continue to do this for a stadium that's about to blow the fuck up, because this is an old time rivalry. So for me, boys, I'm rolling with the 49ers. And I think they're going to do it in a handsome fashion here against your Dallas Cowboys.
All right. Drew?
I chose to be the bad guy this week, by the way, if you guys didn't notice.
I know. I'm Cowboys. Cowboys plus the points, easy.
All right. I like it too. Well, boys, that's all the games this week, bro. We just covered everything. Great pod, bro. Damn, man. You know, episode 12, we've been pretty consistent with it. And, you know, I'm actually kind of like proud of, you know, myself and, you know, you guys for coming on for, you know, the sake of that, bro. I really want to just keep rolling these out every week. So, you know, make sure y'all are following the socials. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. The long form of this video will be on YouTube. Drew, Dia, I appreciate y'all for, you know, coming on to this again. You know, I've enjoyed it. And, yeah, that's all we got.
Hey, that was not planned, by the way. That was dope.
It was not. And stay tuned, bro. It's not just football. We got college hoops I'm diving into coming up. March is right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
NBA is going to start picking up as well. So it's not just football. And we're gonna be up on everything.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. All right. Appreciate it, man. I'll see y'all boys next week.
Hey, go Jags, baby.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
Let's go. See you, fellas.